Yeah, it feels really great to hear you speak to these things, because a lot of it's like lights go on from, yeah, oh yeah, that resonates so much. And the the beauty of you speaking from what place it would come, what the actual desire would be, I really find that a beautiful one, from a place of deepening the connection with the significant other, or the primal, or whatever. Yeah, I really love that. And also what you said in the beginning, I relate to you from a commitment within myself. That is also really resonating. So that's really, yeah. I feel very grateful.
Hmm.
Yeah.
What is it that you're interested in? What are you curious about? And what would you like to be different?
Hmm. So throughout my life, I had a whole series of traditional monogamous relationships, and they were never actually fully satisfying. And after my last one, I came to this part where I feel, how can I feel so much love, but then parts of it are judged as bad by my partner, coming from, in this case, her fear of pain. How can love in that sense be illegal, so to say, in a very black and white sort of frame? um, so I'm just sourcing. So I would love to hear from you. What is your take on these things? How do you do that? What is, in your eyes, important to do or not do in this area? That's
Hmm.
basically it.
Hmm. I mean, the greatest idea that I have is putting relationship into the four pillars. I mean, I just have this workshop coming up, four pillars of um, relating. And the four pillars are literally the same thing like the engagement, no, as the somatic consent pyramid. So you have the four layers. You have the base, you have the engagement zones defined by permission and agreement, and you have the apex.
Mm-hmm.
So polyamory doesn't happen anywhere else than up in the apex. And that means that you need a solid base and your partner need a solid base. And then in the engagement system is this this um, given permission and being capable of asking for an action that you want to
Mm-hmm.
really get it functional between you. And but the lovemaking part and being poly or open or however you want to do that is this happens in this interpersonal space, because this is, it has to come from a place of love and care for the other person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And if there's no love and care for the other person, then it is shadow
Yes.
to some degree, whatever the shadows are. And this is where, why, when it becomes poly or open or however you want to call it, why it becomes so transformative when it's conscious.
Mm.
So I would just very clearly define just a few terms around that. And most people um, who think they're polyamory, they're actually not. And this has been giving a kind of a touch to polyamory that feels just wrong. And that's when people just fuck around. Yeah.
Mm.
And this is just poly fucking. And poly fucking in an unconscious way is literally a disaster for every love-based relationship.
Mm.
So, so if you just want to look into the terminology that resonates for you, so you could say open, or you could say poly-sensual, or polysexual, or um, polyamory with a um, uh, um, main partner, or
Mm.
polyamory with just no main partner, just like an anarchy form of poly. Yeah.
Mm.
So and you have to find what resonates and what works with you and how you want to relate with your partner, and what is the terminology and the dynamic that your partner actually want, and that only works in the synergy between you and what your partner wants. So when you just look into the base, the main thing in the base is that nobody can give you permission to be connected to anybody else. Yeah, neither you can give your partner permission to be connected to anybody else. Nobody can allow me to be with another person sensual or sexual or even having sex. That if that is happening, then it comes from a control mechanism and not from a place of autonomy. So the way how I see that is, and this is where I think where most people fucking it up when they relate, is that they are committed to their partner and what the partner wants. Yeah. So for example, if your partner says, I don't want anybody else in our relationship, otherwise I'm scared, and you committed to not engaging with other people, not looking to other people, or not feeling other people attracted, or not touching other people to make her happy, then you're giving your rights of autonomy away. So you give your power away.
Yeah. Sovereignty.
Yes, your sovereignty, your self-sovereignty. And so in the moment when you want to claim your power and your sovereignty, then you say, I'm not committed to you. I'm committed to an agreement that I have within myself, the way how I want us to relate. And I give you an example about that. So I have that thing or I had that in my last lover's relationship, that, for example, I do sessions as well. So it's not my partner's business if I'm doing hands-on sexual work with other people, if I'm touching other people or if other people touching me. That's nobody else's business than just mine. And I have a very clear code of ethics about intercourse. So my sessions are not about having intercourse and not about exchange of bodily fluids. Yeah, so that this is safe for me, that's safe for my clients, that's safe for my partner. So that this is a clear thing. In my relationship agreement with my partner, I have a clear thing that I have an agreement. I've made an agreement to myself that I don't have intercourse and exchange of bodily fluids with anybody else ever. So that she knows that this is safe for her and that she can trust my word and measure my integrity on my word, or if I'm out of integrity. So, and the same thing, I don't want my partner to be committed to me, not to have sex with other people. I want her to be committed to herself, and I want to be relaxed around that. So, but if I just want to go on an event, on a cuddle party, on a play party, or anything with my partner on my own, then it is absolutely, utterly my responsibility to engage the way how I want to do that. And even if I want to have sex with somebody else, and even if I'm just horny as fuck, I'm not doing it. But if I just want to be sexual and touch and being touched, and I'm not holding back. So because this is my right, and this is her right.
Hmm.
Yeah. So when it comes from this place of love and care, then I want my partner to be happy, that she can be with other people as much as she can to enjoy herself sensually and sexually, as long I know we have our relationship agreement that is functional.
Hmm.
And from the same place, I want her from a place of love and care for me as well, to feel that there's no clinging or no um, controlling on or no pushing me in any corner, so that we can engage from a clear dynamic of I'm free and you are free.
Hmm.
And when we come together because we have a clear agreement how we want to come together.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Anything that
Yeah, that
is,
resonates.
yeah.
Yeah, that resonates. Hmm. Like, yeah, we ran into the discussion on, but why would you need that, or why would you want that to be either sensual or sexual with multiple people, or and for me it would be, it's not necessarily that I need that, but I just don't want to have the restriction on it, so to say, if it would want to flow that way.
Hmm.
So what's it called, compartmentalize, put in boxes.
Yeah.
This part of love is for you, and that part is for love, and and
Yeah.
that,
Yeah. Yeah.
stay more in this free flow of how it wants to flow, but committed indeed to no intercourse and no exchange of bodily fluids, which feels like yeah, that you can say, okay, that part of our relation is sacred and is between us, and you will never have to worry about that.
Yeah.
That feels very good to me.
Yeah.
That feels very good to me.
There's another place that calls poly-sensual. Yeah. So that
Never read it.
whenever you want to be sensual with other people, that, who can give you permission to use your direct route and connect and feel good with other people? Nobody can do that.
No.
And that's just so obvious. I would not ever, never ever questioning that. However, when I'm coming from a place of love and care, and my partner has her story, and I know that this would be a challenge and a trigger for her, then I could just actually check in with her and say, hey, there is this person I just want to connect with, and
Mm.
it's on this party. And I want to let you know that I have no further intention to kind of having sex or whatever. I just want to let you know, I just want to engage with somebody.
Mm.
So let her feel what she needs to feel. So, but polysensual is your right and is her right.
Mm.
But here comes a really interesting thing, and this is where I think the entire poly scene has some homework to do and to learn, and it is what I call the brotherhood and sisterhood. So I have a very clear distinction between brother, sister, and lover.
Mm.
You know, the moment when it comes to intercourse, so exchange of bodily fluid and intercourse, because it is, you know, neurologically, emotionally, spiritually, you just enter another realm. So you literally you can create offspring, and this entire shebang.
Mm.
So in the moment when intercourse has happened, we entering the realm as a lovers or as lovers, if we want that or not. It will be a change in our in my physicality. I know who I had sex with my entire life, and I've been very picky my entire life if I had sex with somebody. So when it comes to sensual engagement and maybe sexual engagement, even with clients or with, on any event, I engage as brother and sister from this place of innocence. We just play. It's just healthy to play and connect and be sensual and be sexual. But I want to be open for the chance that we can become lovers with somebody else parallel. But then I want my partner to know that she is my primal choice. So she's my number one, and I want to know that I'm her number one. And if we are open to this idea that there's another person we want to have sex with, we do that only for one reason, for one intention. And that would deepening our relationship, deepening our love, and deepening our connection. And here comes the thing, how does it happen? And
I
most
mean,
people,
but you mean with the person you want to have sex with, or with your
yeah,
primary partner?
not with another person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
deepening that bond.
And this is really an interesting question. So because if they change from brother, sister to lover, it needs a consideration about my primal lover or my main lover or the person I'm having a relationship already with. And
Mm-hmm.
here comes the point, and this is the only thing that I found that works is, for example, if I want to have sex with another woman, and my body says yes, everything feels good, I'm ready to go, and my partner doesn't know this woman, and this woman is not interested in my partner and said, no, I just want to have sex with you and I want you to fuck me and everything, the entire shebang, I would not do it because it would bypass the sister relationship between them both, and that would just weakening our relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I know that in my, in my emotion, in my guts, everywhere in my cellular system, that would not be good.
Mm-hmm.
So first thing that I would do is I would connect them both, that they can create a sisterhood, and that my partner feels that this would deepening our relationship. That my partner feels that this woman I want to have sex with has not a deeper agenda from an unhealed wound, want to steal daddy from mommy or whatever this story could be, or want to be the better lover or the lover number one, or goes in competition with my partner, the entire story. If any of this would happen, it would be a definitely no from my partner, because she would feel that there's an agenda.
Mm-hmm.
And this alone would be enough for myself, because I want to deepen my relationship with my lover, that this would be a no, and I would not argue about that.
I get that.
Yeah. But if my partner would say, okay, I'm totally happy to connect with that woman, um, but I'm just getting jealous because or envy because she has bigger boobs, or she has a nicer ass, or she has better legs, or she has a Porsche, or or better income, or nicer dress, or longer hairs, is blonde. So when there would be a competition and she
Yeah.
would compare herself, I would say, you know I think you have some work to do.
Yes. Yeah, I hear you. I hear
Yeah. From this perspective, I think poly is possible, but only for the case that it deepens the relationship with my primal partner. And I think if there is no primal or no relationship in the first place, I think polyamory is a really tricky thing and not really possible.
you. And then it becomes polyfuckery,
And
according
then
to
it
you.
becomes polyfuckery. Yeah, I've been there, done that.
Mm.
It's just empty. It's just doesn't guide anywhere. It's just
Yeah. Yeah, because my curiosity does not come from a place of I need to extend my list of women I had sex with. That's not really not the thing. So, but I really love this thing that you say, that it must come from a place of deepening the connection with the primal partner, actually, and not just, yeah, I'm just horny and I want to have sex with this random woman.
hmm.
So I really love that one. Is that the relationship saver you mentioned?
Say again.
You mentioned in our Telegram communication that what you have to share is a relationship saver.
Savior, yeah. And this is the main thing. The relationship savior is the brother sister lover dynamic. Being aware of what that meant. And for example, your partner just meets another guy, and and your partner is desperately, oh my god, this, I have a crush on him, and I need to touch him, I need him to touch me, I just want to have sex. And then you as a man, you say, okay, um, I really want to see who is that man. I want to have a conversation with him, and I want to talk with him, I want to feel him, and I want to know what is his intention, um, what is his quality, and feel maybe I can learn something from him. Maybe
Mm,
there's something that my partner can have an experience with that she cannot have with me, that she can bring in our relationship.
mm,
So that's the only way for you to learn from another man, that you actually um, acknowledge his skills and his gift
mm,
to enrich your partner's experience, that you can learn more from your partner.
mm,
But as soon as you feel like now this guy is just like he just want to have his harem, and he just want to kind of get a split between you and her, and he just want to prove that he's a better lover, and you feel some offness in there, it's just like you would probably back off and say, hey dude, no, I'm not feeling you, I'm not interested in that. And you can express it to your partner, you can say, if you want to have sex with this man, and you can do that. I have done that in a triangle conversation with my partner and another man, as well with my partner and another woman. And being honest in there and expressing, say, sorry dude, I'm not feeling you, there's something off here, there's something wrong. And then saying to your partner, you can make that choice. If you want to have sex with this man, go for it, but this is not deepening our relationship. And I will probably, I will probably not celebrate that, because if
would
you
you
have a
then say would you then say then I would exhale the relationship that I have with you because it's not deepening our connection, or could you just say no, I can totally
no, what happens is,
with that?
no, what would normally happen then is, if your partner would say, yeah, you know what, I don't care about your veto, if you don't want that or not. Maybe you have to do some work, I want to have sex anyway, I just go for it, and if you suffer, then that's your choice, go for it and do a therapy. And they have sex, and she comes back and say, yeah, that was okay. But you would feel that would, between you and your partner, there would be kind of something would go on, there would be a
Mm,
splinter in this, and there would be sand in the system, and you would feel that. And this would not deepening your relationship.
oh, exactly. Yeah.
Where when she would come back and you have give a full yes, and then you check in with the guy, and then you check back in with your partner, and you're happy and she's happy and he's happy, and everything is good, and she loves you even more, and you feel just like, whoa, that's just amazing, and I'm not losing my partner because she had another sexual experience with another man.
Mm,
On this entire shebang about STDs and safety. This is just all a really important piece in there. Is there a condom involved? How is the STD test situation? Is there a risk now? So if you would have a check-in with the guy, just like, oh, how many unprotected sex did you had in the last month? When did you got tested last time? Because all this energy will land on your side.
mm,
Yeah. So there are a lot of components in there. They're really necessary consciously to take into the equation to make it functional.
mm. Yeah.
But the brother sister lover piece is a quintessence, because if you want to just engage with another woman as a sister, innocent play, great. She just want to engage with another woman or with another man as a brother or sister, great. And before you just go on the lover journey with a third person or with somebody else, you just go into really deep consideration of your heart, because it's a lover
Yeah.
that makes it,
Mm,
that makes all the difference.
yeah. Mm. What in your opinion is the border between sensual and sexual? when does sensual become sexual, or is it for you really like penetration and bodily fluids?
No, sexual is, you know, I've learned something really profoundly in the cuddle party facilitation. And that is when sexual energy arises, that's great. Don't follow it. So when you cuddle with people and you're sensual, sexual energy comes in like which and goes and which and goes. And you can choose if you follow it or you just like enjoy it for a moment and then just like it will fade off. So if you don't follow it, it will not stay.
Hmm.
Um, what kind of is a game breaker when people are sensual or polysensual, and when sexual energy just arises and they're just trying to deny it, they're trying to suppress it, they're trying to push it away. So it's like, no, if there is a vibration between you, then there might be a shift from polysensual into polysexual, and that
Hmm.
needs to be okay.
Hmm. Oh, that's an interesting one.
Yeah, as long you're not going into the lover's piece.
But the main thing there is that you don't suppress it, right?
Yeah. I
Or
mean,
at
the
least don't
question is,
communicate about it like that.
yeah, why would we ever suppress sexual energy to make somebody else happy who is not involved? It's just ridiculous.
Nice. I need to write that one down. I love that one. Well, I'm gonna gonna watch the recording again anyway. Oh,
You
great.
know, that
Hmm.
this came out of nowhere.
I love it. Nice. Hmm. Yeah, I really love the part where you speak of actually moving from a commitment to yourself, but from a place of love and care for the other, and where it's actually the focus is the deepening of the relationship and not just the following your dick around.
Yeah. I mean, the entire dynamic of, um, um, let's see if I can just like wrap that up in the short things, because intercourse between men and women is so differently, because when a woman is getting penetrated, her uterus or her vagus nerve connection is involved.
Mm.
Yeah. So this vagus connection, we guys, we don't have that. Except
Well,
we're getting,
it goes all the way to into the not the testicles, but the extra what do you call it? The extra testicles, so to say.
well, the vagus nerve connection, there's a connection to the anus and to the prostate.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's dormant and it's only getting activated if you would get penetrated anally.
Ah.
Yeah. So there you would feel a different emotional, um, not attachment, resonance in your body.
Yeah.
However, so this is a crucial difference between a woman having sex or a man having sex.
Mm.
So therefore, as a guy having sex, when it's an I can't even say untantric. I don't know even what that is, but
I'm tantric.
you know, let's say it from that perspective. If you want to divide your sexual energy into these categories of um, procreation,
Yeah.
recreation, rejuvenation, and transformation.
Yes.
One for sure is I don't want to have procreative sex every time I have sex.
Yeah.
For sure. I have 3 kids. My package is delivered. I'm done.
Mm.
I'm not planning and I'm not having any idea of a mistake either.
Mm.
So procreative sex is something that is sacred to me. So I put that somewhere on an etheric altar.
Mm.
Yeah. So if I want to have sexual encounter or having sex, I do that for recreation, rejuvenation, and transformation. So
Yes.
if most men just still having sex with the climax, so with a procreative agenda, if they do that to ejaculate and having a peak orgasm and a climax, mostly sexual energy and having sex is based on satisfaction, gratification, and um, based on the unconscious kind of addiction of
Mm.
procreation.
Yeah.
So if I would check in with another man, I would just ask him, so on this level of procreation or transformation, where are you?
Mm.
And I don't want to have my partner sexually engaging with another man who is still following the addiction of procreation from an unconscious level of gratification, getting himself satisfied on my partner's sexual energy.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this gives a very clear thing, as most men, to get really clear with your sexual energy first before you can enter the realm of poly.
Mm. Mm. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, that's very clear.
Makes sense?
That makes absolute sense. Yeah, that
Good.
makes absolute sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes absolute sense. Mm.
So the
How would it
entire
then be, how would it then be for the woman and the female orgasm actually? Because that's not connected to procreation in that sense.
no. Um, you know, I don't know if that's true because I'm not in a woman's body, but it rings true for me. So I can only resonate with that. And Osho said that that tantra is something that should not be taught by men; it should be taught by women.
Hmm.
Because if it's coming from a fully embodied transformative place, women could literally initiate man into this tantric idea beyond procreation.
Hmm.
Yeah. Um, and women, if they would initiate a man from that place, from a conscious place, they would not create an attachment.
Hmm.
And the attachment that men can create when they're getting initiated from a woman is a different thing because the vagus nerve activation is part of the connection.
Yeah, I get that.
And for men, that wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
On the other side, if men initiating women with this vagus connection and the uterus and the opening, and she never had this experience, and all of a sudden she's just blown open into the infinity and never had that before, I can be 100% sure that there will be an attachment.
Yeah.
And this is what I've seen in the tantric field, that most men creating their own little harem of uh,
Dedicated followers.
dedicated followers and fucking them into organizers and I don't know what, it's just like yeah, so I don't want to be too judgmental, but I am.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there's something there. Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, man. Ah.
So this is the entire shebang about the course for pillars of relating. So this is what I want to deliver in the online training, in the live training, when couples show up or individuals show up, that they're getting this piece about brother, sister, lover in relationship to the four um, levels of the system of the pyramid. So the base, the engagement, and then the apex as a interpersonal space, to enter the place of transformation instead of dropping down in the shadows, because
Yeah.
everyone want to go there. Not in the shadows, up there in the,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
realm
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
transformation, but
Yeah.
mostly landing down there because they have not really fully embodied.
But I just want to come. Yeah.
What do you mean? You want to come to that course, or do you just want to come when you have sex?
No, it's, that shadow. I just want to come when you. Yeah, I would also love to come to that course. It's not included in any of the trainings that I signed up yet.
Hmm.
It's not a year training, is it? No, it's not.
Yeah, we would do a lot about that in the year training. But
Oh,
the next training, so it's about erotic and emotional fluency and being really um, um, confident and comfortable with the own energy, so that we can be comfortable and confident with other people's energies. So
yeah,
it's just,
beautiful.
yeah,
That really resonated with me when I was reading in the curriculum. Indeed, that really resonated.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, beautiful.
All right. Any other
To look at the
questions?
time. Well,
Yes.
we said we would take an hour. No, this actually lands very well and feels
Good.
like a complete piece. Is that also for you the case? That like this, your answer is complete if you start editing?
Yeah. No. I've kind of prayed that down so many times, and I had
Mm,
this conversation with my partners and ex-partners and lovers and in workshops, and I'm just more like in this um, place of an eremite sitting in my little cave here
yeah,
and not living any of these. But what I could imagine, what I desire, is having a functional living community
mm.
where this dynamics can work. And unfortunately, we haven't met in person yet physically,
It's
you and
amazing,
I.
isn't it?
Um, but if there is a place of men and women coming together
Mm,
as lovers and brothers and sisters, with full acknowledgement and respect for each other, and with commitment to their own values, to live that in a bigger circle of a community. I have such a desire for that.
yeah, that sounds beautiful. That
That
sounds really
that's
beautiful.
that's what I want to create.
Mm. Well, don't do too far away.
The year training is my first destiny doing that.
Beautiful.
And yeah, let's see how the ambassadorship and everything comes together.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, that's very interesting. Mm. I feel very grateful.
hmm,
Yeah. Mm. And
hmm,
now to just let it land in my system, I'm in no
yeah,
rush.
yeah,
And yeah, thank you.
yeah. I feel grateful that you were asking me and reaching out with that question, and yeah, appreciate that I can share about it. It's a very, very nice topic. Is as much as nice as if I'm talking about edging.
I think you mean a meaning to edging that I am not aware of or not.
Oh God, my God. This is where poly-sensual, polysexual, and all this stuff really gets good. Is, most people,
Honestly, to get to the point of just to the point of no return, you mean?
and just to the point of no return, but you don't avoid orgasm. There's one point where you can like literally switch and get on the orgasmic waves, and then you kind of get with the wave, and this is what you could call edging, and that can be half an hour, that can be an hour, that can be pretty intensely.
Yeah, yeah, I know that one. Yeah, I know that one. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's gorgeous indeed.
yeah, but that's another topic another day.
It's out of discussion. Yeah, I will see if I can come with a question for you
All right.
to.
Okay, Bas, thanks for reaching out. Have a beautiful evening,
Have
and
a
see
wonderful evening and see you tomorrow morning.
you tomorrow morning. All right. Take care. Bye.
Sleep well, dear one.
Yeah,
Bye.
bye.